PSG.LGD, I feel like Grant was on to something here. They sort of tried to react with those last few picks, getting a bit of wave clear, but is it really going to be enough against the sort of pace that Secret can play and push at?
The thing is, it's a Drow strat, but it's also... Drow strat we've seen a lot, but it's a Drow and it's a Visage.
And it's a Zai Visage as well.
Oh, okay, so they are putting in the off. Interesting.
I'm trying. Have we seen Zai play Visage in ever? We probably have. I feel like
he definitely played it on EG, right?
He must have done. I feel like there must have been a game.
Right? There had to have been games where he played it.
He must have done. I'm
like,
sure he has.
definitely played some Drow, and Zai definitely played some Visage with him and stuff, right?
It's just one of those things where it doesn't normally get through the draft. You see one of the other heroes, and the other one's just taken away from you. But Secret getting their hands on both.
Definitely, I'm definitely concerned here for LGD. I think it's going to be a lot up to them. If they want to be able to try to win this one, I think it's really heavy on them to be able to contest that Roshan. They have to have good team fights come out between the Kunkka and the Luna and the Pugna.
Because
those three are so
it's
important.
a Luna. This hero is a hard hero to make work. Not a lot of people like to run the Luna, and especially not when you're against a lineup that can just shove lane so hard at you, sort of take away your area of the map, this sort of safe space that you rely on a lot as a Luna to sort of get ahead and farm. That's going to be so hard to make happen.
And they don't really have that much deep push. Like, look at Secret. When they get the ball rolling, when all 5 of them are grouped up, let's say, when they've got their, maybe when, whatever, like the Medallion, the Dominator on the Visage, right? The Drow's got an item. And you look at LGD, how are they going to actually stop this push? Like, they've got the Kunkka cleave. If he walks up to try to cleave, he's going to die. Pugna is the only one to actually be able to walk up and actually blast a wave. And that's still not the greatest. It's the only thing they actually have to be able to push them off of those towers if Secret actually groups up.
Yeah, I think it's what you said. They've got to find some way to enable this Luna in the fights and as early as possible when it comes down to directions the way Secret play. And I think a lot of that, I want to see the Nyx Assassin sort of get at that 6 as quick as they can. You know, in terms of sort of making those versus really punishing heroes like the Lina. You know, in hero, fairly squishy. If that Nyx Assassin can sort of out-position mid-1, there's going to be a lot of times where mid-1 can be taken out of the fight very quickly.
Speaking of mid-1.
Yeah, good play here from Maybe. Good harassment from mid-1. Pretty low here at the start. Still got the salve. So we'll be able to pop it, get himself back up to full. CS-wise as well, mid-1 holding the lead at the moment against Kunkka.
Yeah, the thing is too, Secret, they have really strong lanes as well coming in between this because they've got a Lina in the mid lane with a Drower. They've got the Visage Wyvern top with both ranged heroes with that Drower. It just puts a lot of pressure onto LGD.
It really is. This top lane not a nice lane at all for Arme to farm it. He's getting something out of it at the moment. 5 for 3.
I mean,
Zai with the lead, it's only going to get greater once that Drow starts setting up.
Yeah, and it's like the weakness of Visage is 1 through 5. So it's like if you're already having a pretty decent start in the laning phase, you're very, very happy. Because once you hit that 6, you're an absolute beast.
And in terms of
Pugna
sort of
has 1 last hit bottom. Just unable to really get anything versus that Drow Ranger plus Undying.
And he is sort of one of at least the wave clears and deep pushes that you do have. If he's not getting sort of that start, getting those levels, you're actually going to have the skill points in the blast enough to sort of help hold back these pushes.
Yeah, and how do you actually really help? Ooh, nice sleep there. Maybe saving Ame's life here. Like, what does FY want to be able to do? I think this is the best play that FY can actually do to secure the lane for Chalice. Because what does a Nyx do versus an Undying? You get the clay, you get hit, you are very sad.
Yeah, that sort of matchup is definitely one where he can't play, but at the same time, it's hard for FY to make those movements around the map as this, level 1 Nyx Assassin at the moment. You leave this lane, suddenly Chalice he's going to get even less than nothing.
He doesn't care, he's just standing right there. Chalice is going to get some last hits, but look at this. All 3 lanes in favor of Secret at the moment.
Yeah, it's been like 20 for 6 against the 14%. This matchup, right, sometimes what you do see the Kunkka coming ahead, but this is the fact that there's that Drower as well just makes this very hard for the Kunkka, or do you think the Kunkka does normally have a bad matchup against him?
It's not a great matchup. I mean, it's not a horrible one because Kunkka always you have the damage coming in, but every time you walk up, you're going to get hit by like a light strike and a snook. You actually get harassed down way too much. So you're going to get last hits, but you're going to get out leveled because of the denies. Yeah. And you're going to have to spend much more money on that regen.
I want to say, when that Kunkka gets 6, I think that's the time where you got to send for the next assassin.
They got to rotate.
You get an X mark, you get that kill on mid 1. That's sort of the point where you can start to swing that lane back in your favor. When you get 6, get that boat online. Chalice just getting heavily harassed out of this lane by Puppey. As Puppey is just making all the safe space in the world for Nisha to farm away on his Drow Ranger.
If you've got a Drow Ranger that's not getting pressured in the laning phase, it's already looking great for Secret. Like when we see these Drow strats sometimes, and you see is the sleep dodge again. Very nice there by X-Nova.
Yeah, very nicely done.
Yeah, when you see these Drow lineups, and sometimes we do see it's like, oh my god, the Drow is just getting destroyed, right? Like dies like 3 or 4 times, and still,
and then he comes
it
back
still
into
doesn't
it.
matter, right?
He gets his 6, he goes jungle, he's good.
Yeah, this is a game where he's already having a perfect, flawless start.
We are starting to see some movements as Nyx Assassin is hovering around that middle lane. FY.
I think he's trying to do that movement that you were just talking about. Wait for that 6 to get on the Kunkka. He's getting close there, and it is nighttime. So just keeping tabs, snapping that experience too. Just being annoying.
I think, you know, sort of with this movement as well, you know, mid-1 coming away from that middle lane, knows that this is the point of the game where PSG.LGD are going to look to make that play. So mid-1's just sort of reading them. He knows this is sort of a position where we as a team could be penalized, and he plays it safe. Bottom lane, Puppey, it's getting gone upon. It's got the stick charges. They have the damage. Will turn around, get the decay off. He's trying to juke him out. Back up to the high ground, but he will fall. As PSG.LGD do manage to claim first blood.
That's very nice. That's the arcane boots. I mean, that was so needed for Chalice there, actually. FY.
There's going to be a couple. He's got the arcane rune. Maestro won't quite catch. And Spike Carapace is out, keeping FY safe. He's able to heal back up as well. Yeah, this mid lane, level 6 is there now for Maybe.
There's that ward that was placed by Puppey down bottom though, so it does see the Nyx at least playing in the river for a moment. Puppey's actually just going to TP mid, fill the bottle up for the Lina. Level 4 on Visage. Yeah, it's a Visage and a Drow that are not getting slowed down in the laning phase. Zai does get the kill with the Soul Stone from this time. Getting low.
He does. Arme's going to find the return kill. So sure, you killed the Bane, but you do give away a kill to Arme. On bottom as well, FY, keeping Puppey back with the stun, able to grab himself a regen rune. So all in all, even though the early CS was going Secret's way, LGD not falling terribly behind in this first 6 minutes. They're only less than 1k behind. Bottom lane Chalice is going to continue to punish, and see little things like that. He's out of it, but still, the fact that he sort of gets involved in that kill on Puppey. Remember how slow of a start he had in terms of farm. He's actually 4th highest on the CS. So even though Secret were able to have very good lanes across the board, PSG.LGD are really starting to level it back out. Which is not an easy thing to do.
It is a Visage in laning phase. Like this is where Visage is supposed to get slowed down. Yeah, it's like the Visage is tied net worth with a Pugnut pre-6. Once that 6 comes out, it's going to be... They might actually have to just bring multiple heroes up there to protect Ame to be able to get farm on the Luna, or just move the Luna elsewhere. We do see some rotation right now coming. The Nyx moving toward top.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Let's see what FY can find. It's not going to be easy. How close is Zai to that 60 spot? Level 5 at the moment.
I think Yapsu's been taking a good amount. I mean, he's level 4.5, so Zai should still be a bit away from that 6.
Can FY do something here? They do also have the brain wraparound as well. They're trying to make a go on to Zai. X-Nova there too. FY popping the Spike Carapace, but Secret, they're not going to hit into it. They won't get stunned. They do have a Nightmare. Arme is moving into position. He has the Eclipse ready to go. But there's mid-1. Perfect time to come in with the rotation. As straight away, the Laguna Blade is there, taking Arme out of the fight. X-Nova will fall as well, as mid-1 continued to have an excellent game. Had an excellent lane mid. Played very careful, made sure that he wasn't punished by any movements by LGD, and then makes rotations like that. Reads the map, knows that Arme is going to go for a play as soon as he hits that 6. Mid-1's there with the punish.
Oh, the zombie showing where Chalice is, and we'll be able to get cleaned up by Nisha. Level 7 now, and I believe that's pretty much the Visage. Also going to be 6-2 in a second, so this is that big timing. At least for the first big timing is level 6 Visage, level 6 Drow Ranger.
Yeah, this is getting to the point where, if you play this wrong as LGD, you start to lose your map. Secret's going to start taking towers. We'll see what PSG.LGD can offer in terms of trying to hold them off. As we've already mentioned, their D push, not too great at all. And their lineup, even at this time, very hard to sort of play with. It's very hard to sort of get this Luna in a position. You know, where he can actually fight, as we've just seen. You know, Ame takes a wrong step forward, there's going to be massive amounts of bursts coming out from Secret's lineup. This Luna will literally fall over at the front of the fight.
Yeah, it's going to be so hard to protect Ame. Like, the Rum is going to be the best thing to do that. They might even have to use, like, Pugna Drain to protect him in a lot of ways, but I think right now, them getting their levels up, trying to get any type of pressure on towers is super important, so that I feel like the big critical bomb is really just that Roche timing, right? Like, as when Secret gets their, like, Dominator, they get a medallion or something, they go walk into that pit, and it's going to be all up to, can LGD actually stop them? If not, they're going to have such a hard time fighting a Drow lineup with an Aegis, with what they've got. And it's Secret's, I mean, they have a Drow lineup, which is amazing at killing Roche, but they also have an Undying too, so with the Flesh Golems out, like, everything is just going to make that Roche die so quick.
Mid-1 straight away, burst down challenge. They do have the boat coming in onto mid-1. They have the combo, but immediately maybe he's just TPing himself out of there. Doesn't want to stick around for the fight. X-Nova, he'll go for a quick sort of panic smoke and a TP, but he will not escape as mid-1, a light strike array is there to stop the TP channeling as he gets himself a double kill on that bottom lane.
They got a tower, but...
I mean, you know, that's kind of impressive. You're against a Drow strat, you take the tower first. Using the power, of course, off the Pugna. But they're losing heroes for it, and despite being the first to take a tier 1 tower, they still sit 10 minutes in, 3k behind.
As Secret, I think they're going to get... Okay, only 3 bounty runes. FY is racing for it. The familiar... Okay, FY gets it. That was close. So Dominator's going to be finished up very soon on Zai. This tower should be cleaned up very soon from Secret, as well as that mid tower. So that map control definitely going to be in Secret's favor very soon. Ame already has to just go to the jungle. Can't actually show his face. He will die. If he shows his face in most of the lanes, he will die. Like 848 HP. Far too squishy right now.
On the bottom half of that net worth as well. Just getting the Brown Boost into the Mask of Madness, or at least into the Mask, so he has that sustain in the jungle. But if Secret are somehow able to get inside that jungle, they'll kill Ame every single time.
Chalice has to play this way too. Chalice has to try to force any type of towers that he can. He can't actually be there. See, that's the other thing is too. We were talking about, like, they don't really have that deep push, and it's the Pugna who's the deep push. But Pugna doesn't want to be the deep pusher.
No,
Pugna wants to be the pusher.
He wants to be the other side of the map. He doesn't want to be defending. Yeah, he wants to be elsewhere. So
and now there's the catapult up. They've got the dominated catapult, and Drow Aura has been popped. It does wear off right now, but I think we get one familiar.
Getting that tome out onto FY, trying to push him towards that 6 on the Nyx Assassin, so they can sort of do a better job at sort of matching the movements of Secret, keeping that vision and information on mid-1's whereabouts. Try and turn around any sort of attempt that he looks to make, as mid-1, 11 minutes in, has the Yules. So ready for that catch. Ame trying to show his face up here at the top lane. Let's try and make an attempt on the familiar. Looks like he did get it, actually.
Yeah, I think Zai was trying to just wait for a resummon.
Yeah.
But he did lose the familiar anyway. Zai now will
get
collapsed on.
A little too close to tower. FY's in, and there's the setup. Ame will be able to find himself the kill. Can they get themselves more familiars as well? It's up into the trees. It's out of there.
They got one at least.
They get one, though.
Okay. So heavy rotation, but that's... In this game, you know, the last time we were talking about heavy rotations really punished LGD. In this game, they have to. They have to be able to secure the Luna to get some farm. They can't actually have Ame just sit in the jungle in this game just yet. It's too early on. They're going to get their lanes pressured way too hard by what Secret has. But yeah, Zai overstepping his bounds. He felt, I guess he felt like a little bit safer because he saw his teammates really close. Like the Drow Ranger was right next to him and stuff too, but didn't expect that many rotations. As Yapzor doing Yapzor things.
1500 towards his Blink Dagger.
A good blink in this game, he can set up so well for his team to get the Lina stun on the combo and as well as the familiar stuns afterwards. He is their big team fighter on the side of Secret to be able to set up for everything. On top of that, Undying too.
Mask of Madness is there now for Ame. Can start to speed that far up. Bottom lane, Yapzor to disrupt the combo there with the Winter's Curse. Still gets dragged back a little bit. The boat's coming crashing down, but with the Arctic Burn, Yapzor can get himself across the trees. He is sort of trapped in his little den.
I mean,
but it looks like they're not going to quite see him. He's still hidden towards the side of it, and they won't hunt any deeper. So Yapzor will be fine for now. Does have to wait for the Arctic Burn to come back off, or at least the TP to be ready. So if he's stuck there for a little bit of time, top lane, Nisha and Puppy get themselves into the jungle and catch out X-Nova.
And it's the Ancients. Those are supposed to be Ame's. They're all taken.
Why? Doesn't find the stun. Whiffs it.
And now he's silenced.
Ame does try and look for the turnaround onto Puppy, but the wraparound's there from Zai with the Hellbear Smasher. as they'll get Arme, they'll get FY. Chalice in trouble as well, as the stun from Xayah holds down the Pugna. As 3 kills for Secret.
Now they go Roche. That's their timing. And there's no Eclipse. The team fight has been just made much weaker on the side of LGD. This is free for Secret here. And the space, YapzOr bottom. He actually, even though he got his TP canceled by the X pullback, it was actually great. They spent so much time. Yeah, and that was an ancient stack too. That was their Secret cleaned it up, and 8K advantage with an Aegis already versus this team of LGD. That is looking extremely difficult for them.
It really is. How do PSG.LGD deal with this one? They had a tough time in game 1, a very quick and convincing victory for Secret. And this game too, it's looking like an absolute repeat in terms of the speed that Secret is getting ahead by.
And they've got deep aggressive wards, and we saw there too. It's like Amek runs in with the Eclipse, but there's a Visage on the other team with the Dominator. So there's the birds, there's the Dominator creep too.
And FY again missing these stuns, and now could be in trouble. They do have backup though. And indeed mid 1 will retreat, doesn't look for the return players. Kunkka and Bane are in the neighborhood. Bottom lane Arme. Yeah, push that wave up pretty far. There is Chalice there as well. Goes for a quick blast onto Puppey. Puppey trying to soul rip himself back to full health, and he'll be fine. Cold Embrace is there as well from YapzOr. As Secret, they'll take down Arme. They're trying to find more. The boat coming in onto Puppey. He will die to the ward as Puppey falls.
Oh, Nisha's in.
He's thinking about trying to set up
Creeps on him though.
Did they spot him? They have, but the X-Mark may have stepped forward a little bit too far. Mid 1 though has the burst on the side to find FY.
Oh, he got the gust before the torrent.
Disrupting the combo, and now he can turn, get the slow out onto maybe has the Shadow Amulet. Light Strike Array coming down with the AoE. Winter's Curse as well from YapzOr, trying to hold them in place as Secret. They want to still take this fight. Chalice will get himself back behind the tier 1 tower. Maybe turns torrent combo onto YapzOr. YapzOr on the retreat.
Ooh, bit of a mistake there coming out from Secret. They used the Winter's Curse and the Light Strike right at the same time, so they weren't actually getting a combo. But Zai, he's taking the space that they're making down bottom. None of them actually died, so except for Puppey, of course, from that initial Kunkka boat. It's 9K advantage, and Ame has he's got no space, and he's got no space to farm anywhere.
He is doing a good job of farming these familiars. We've seen a fair few familiars go down to this Luna, as we're seeing just good sort of use with the Lucent Beam to mess up the stun and make sure you can get those right clicks in. Proving to be quite a good method of taking down those familiars and getting that free and easy gold for the Luna, which Arme desperately needs.
FY almost like has to do this, and mid 1's trying to go for a stun from the fog here.
Heals first. Strike down with silence from Nisha, no response. The boat comes crashing out from Maybe, but not nearly enough damage to do anything about mid 1 as mid 1 charges forward. A Decrepify will be there onto the Kunkka, will not save him though, as mid 1's Laguna Blade comes flying through, zaps down Maybe. And now the mid lane is open for more abuse from Secret as they shove down, take a tier 2, 17 minutes in.
And they're going to keep going. The inevitable push that we've been talking about non-stop. All right, Chalice, can he hold? Can he be he's the only one with the deep push.
There's
can
no
he do
Kunkka
it? I don't
for 20
think he can.
seconds. As 17 minutes in, Secret seriously threatening the high ground of PSG.LGD, a tier 3 to fall. X-Nova cannot get anywhere close enough to start to do anything himself about this one. As the range racks go down, the melee racks as well, 17 minutes in.
It's the exact same repeat as the last game, but even faster. Ame's trying to push the tier 1 top. You can see Chalice is trying to walk up and get those blasts down, but the buildings are just dying far too fast.
Ghost as well. Catches out FY, Torrent will miss. Nisha's able to step to the side. But indeed 2 sets of racks taken. The Winter's Curse as well from YapzOr gets 4.
And the combo.
The 3-man Light Strike Array. PSG.LGD just getting absolutely walked over by Secret, not just in this game, but this series as a whole. As we said, in terms of sort of a bad game, it's been a long time since we had LGD had such a bad one in game 1. But in terms of a bad series, it's been a long time. As Secret, they're making this look like a walk in the park. GG is called.
Wow.
Secret versus LGD ending in a 2-0 Team Secret's way. And it didn't look like PSG.LGD put up a fight whatsoever.